Hi, so I'm going to show you how to build the new Genesis 2 E310. Beautiful barbecue, very easy to build, and this will cover the whole of the range on the open carts. Simply by turning this box over, it makes a brilliant table. Nice and firm to be able to build your barbecue. So the only two tools you need is a Phillips screwdriver, which you have to supply yourself, but they supply the spanner. The instructions, and the first thing you need is pack A to start building your barbecue, and there's pack A, which gives you all the nuts and bolts that you need for the first stage of building your barbecue. Now we're ready to build. Right, so at the first stage, let's get these wheels on. And this is really where you need someone just to give you a little hand. There's the two clips. If you could just lift that one up for me. Making sure you got it the right way around. There's a clip there for you. Insert that in the hole. There you go. Make sure you've got enough room for the wheels. And by simply putting the clip in there, how are you getting on your side? That's it. And the cap, and you simply just put the cap in, make sure the wheel's right back, and just push the cap. And that's the first stage done. So stage 6 of the manual, simply push the wheels in, that's it. Stage 8 and 9, simply put your tray in. Just remembering how it goes, that's it. Number 9, again, it's worth having someone just to give a hand to hold the frame. And you have a yellow dot here and a yellow dot on the side here, and that's where it's located, so you can't get it in the wrong position. And you just simply slot it in, those holes there, and that one there. That's it, push it together. So stage 9, bracing bars on one side of the barbecue with these screws, which is in pack A. Very simple to do. Just get the screwdriver. Making sure they're lined up. And that's it. Next stage is 11, and that's literally turning the frame over. It's quite easy to do. And put the wheels on lock, so it stops it moving around on the box. So continuing on with stage 11, just putting these bottom shelves on. And just literally tap them on like that. It's simple. They just clip in, nice and easy. And you've got one here which shows you a sign which says you cannot put gas bottles on top of the shelf. So section 12 is to remove the lid from the cook box. You do need 2 people. So do this. Just so pin here. And simply lift it off, take it forward. Just lay that down there, make sure you're not damaging the lid. The reason we take the lid off is it takes all the weight from the cook box, and it's much easier to locate in. Easier for 2 people to do this. That's it. Your end in. That's it, perfect. Yeah. Locates them there nicely. Next stage. Next stage is pack B, and that's the bolts which locate the cook box. 2 washers and 2 nuts. simply do this again, make sure it's in line, which it is. Just pass with that little spanner. Put a little spanner there. That's it, thank you. And one here. Nip that in. Just finish that off. That's fine. Yeah, got that. And then there's these two little nuts which go on the back, and this is one of the biggest questions we get asked, is where are these located? Right, so these two little nuts located straight in the back here. And this holds the cook box from moving at the back here. And another one here. A bit fiddly these, but they get in there in the end, as you can see. You do it that way. A little screw up there. And that stage is done. So next stage, 16 and 17, packet C. As I said, they really make it simple, Weber. Little sticky. We often get asked about this, just remove the red bit there. And that simply sticks on the side here, which then holds the cables in place to the frame. Simple as that. So, it's important to remember when you're putting this bar on, that the bar goes here, the cable's inside, and the gas pipe on the outside, which is located here. Simply screw it again. I've got my trusty screwdriver, and simple as that. And you do that again. What I love about Weber is they think about everything, right down to this little nut where they've got this beveled bit where it just pushes in nicely. So again, you've got the bar here, making sure your cable is kept on the inside, and this is your bottom plate. It just locates that nut in there, no problem at all. And that is section 17 done. Section 18, locate the bracket for the gas. Simply click that in there, and from the back, the nut. Or in this case, the screw. And that just holds the pipe nicely. Just bend that pipe down. It's quite flexible, that pipe, and there you are. So, section 19 and 20, which is one of the same, locate your bolt there, and this is the holder for your gas bottle. Screwdriver. That. It's got 4 bolts on it. As I say, you can't really go wrong with this. Job done. So, next one is 21. D, the bolts. And making sure that when you put this bar at the back, it just protects this stuff here. It's on there. And it is the grey bar which goes on the back. And it's the stainless steel at the front. That just keeps it nice and tidy. So, section 22, and I'll move this around so it makes it much easier for you to see. Is at the front. Again, same principle. Stainless steel at the front. Nice and easy to do. So the next stage, front panel, which is 23, 24, the most important thing is this little button here which operates the ignition. This is forgotten about many times. So when we get phone calls to say the ignition doesn't work, often it's this not being connected. So it's these two wires here, and you simply locate these in the top here, like that, slide it down. Then you have two washers, two bolts with a plastic washer, and down there like that. One of the biggest questions we get on this next section, which is 25, is what is this chain for with a little bar on the end? It's simply there to put a match in just in case the ignition fails for any reason, and that's the reason it's there. And so we simply get the two shelves there, one on either side, and this being one, eye grill holder for the eye grill 3, and E for the brackets. And it's very important that when you put in these bolts is that you use these brackets, and this keeps the shelf nice and firm. So the next thing is the side guards, which is section 26, and use and pack F, making sure that you push these down, and this is the, could be a little bit fiddly, but making sure that they're in there. That's it, drop in, and simply with these two, that's it, and that just holds it in place. There's little buttons. Next bit, 27, we're almost there. The ignition unit, which just locates in here like this, and then the cover which goes over to protect it, which is 28. And this literally, just making sure you tuck your wires around here. And this is the fiddly bit, making sure you don't get your wires in the way. That's it. And slip that over the back where you've got your locating screws, and then tighten the whole thing up. That's it. As I say, it's a bit fiddly, but you get there in the end. So that's now located everything in place. Section 29 is locating the battery for the ignition unit, making sure that you put it in the right way. If you make a mistake and it doesn't work, then swap it around. So the final stage of building this barbecue is putting all the little bits and pieces and the lid back on. So I've just asked my colleague to help me here, thank you, just to lift it off to the floor. If there's any reason you need an extra pair of hands. It's quite light because you haven't got the lid on. So the next section is the final bit. So this is worth having two people to give you a hand with this, because it's a bit fiddly putting this lid back on. And it's quite simple. Okay. Next thing is locating the pins back in. So both just lift it up. If you just locate yours in. That's it. That's it. Perfect. Let's get this one. And the two pins. Push them in. Split pins. That's it done. Right. Section 30. Which is the final bit, the control knobs, making sure the red bit's at the top. Just simply push them on. And remember, which is the most important thing, is this is high and this is low. So it's the opposite way around. Section 31, heat deflectors. And the stainless steel flavorizing bars. Set 5, locate them in there. And we're almost there. So this is the final bit, the cast iron cooking grates with the GBS system, which is brilliant. It allows you to use all the GPS accessories. If you're not quite sure about GPS accessories, look on our website, it tells you. So stage 34, which is almost the final stage of building this barbecue. Oh, locate that there like that. And that goes there like that. So the shelf's up like that, or the shelf is down like that. So this is the strap for the gas bottle, which goes onto the gas bottle holder, which you can see located there. You simply slip it through. When you've got it tight, push it down like that, and it's done. So I hope this video has been useful to you. This covers the whole range of the Genesis barbecues, not the LX, which we've done a separate video for, and hopefully that's been useful to you. If you need any help, just give Riverside Garden Centre a ring, or our social media channels, there's plenty of them. I hope to see you soon, and I hope this has been useful. Thank you for listening.